Before you take your next breath, my friend, I want you to pause, not with your mind racing, not with your attention scattered, but with full presence. Because what I am about to share with you has the power to reshape your intelligence, sharpen your awareness, and elevate the way you learn for the rest of your life. In this moment, forget your phone, forget the noise of the world, forget the illusion that speed equals mastery. Because today, we return to something ancient, something human, something your brain was designed for long before screens existed. This message, spoken from the teachings of mindfulness and the wisdom path of discipline, reveals why one simple action, picking up a pen, can activate your mind in ways no keyboard, no device, no app ever could. On your daily path to strength, this is not just advice. This is a transformation waiting for you to claim. Imagine this. You sit in a meeting, in a lecture, or in a moment where you must understand something deeply. Around you, half the people are typing fast, keys clacking, screens glowing. Their fingers fly across the keyboard with machine-like precision. But if you could look inside their brains, you would see almost nothing happening. Just a small cluster of neurons moving the fingers. The mind, quiet, passive, almost asleep. Now look at the ones writing by hand. Their pens move slower, yes. Their pace is deliberate, but inside their brain, lightning, activity, networks firing across the cortex, multiple regions working together, a symphony of neural engagement, same information, same room, but two entirely different levels of intelligence being activated. This is not metaphor, this is neuroscience. Princeton and UCLA proved it. The typers took longer, more complete notes. They captured everything. But when tested for real comprehension, deep understanding, they scored 20% lower. Why? Because typing creates an illusion of learning. Your fingers move, the words appear, but your mind does not engage. You record without processing. You mimic knowledge without owning it. You feel fast, but you learn shallowly. The brain sleeps with open eyes. But handwriting awakens the mind. When you write by hand, three major brain systems activate together: your motor cortex, your visual processing zones, and your deep language circuits. Every letter requires intention. Every curve forces awareness. Every stroke demands presence. You create the shape of the idea, not merely the symbol. When you write the letter S, your hand creates a flowing movement. When you write T, you construct a vertical line and then a horizontal one, structure born from intention. But typing? Every key feels the same. Every click is identical. No variation, no craftsmanship, no mental engagement, and the difference becomes even more extraordinary. Scientists studying electrical activity in the brain discovered that handwriting produces synchronized theta waves and alpha waves, the exact waves responsible for learning, memory, and deep cognitive performance. Theta waves encode new ideas. Alpha waves store them into long-term memory. These waves appear during mindfulness, deep awareness, and active thinking, the same qualities Shi Heng teaches as the foundation of mastery. But these waves do not appear when typing. Typing keeps the brain in a shallow, inactive state. Your mind never fully wakes up. Your brain also has a guardian, your reticular activating system, responsible for deciding what deserves attention. When your eyes, hands, and mind engage together, the brain receives a message. This matters, remember this. And the results are staggering. Tokyo University discovered that people who wrote by hand remembered 34% more 1 week later. Not 3%, not 10%, 34%. Because handwriting forces encoding, forces understanding, forces your brain to create multiple memory pathways: visual, motor, spatial, linguistic. You remember not only the idea, but also its shape, its position, the movement of your hand, the emotion of the moment. This is intelligence. This is memory. This is depth. And this is why the greatest thinkers still use handwriting. Not because they reject technology, but because they understand their mind. Let me tell you a story. There was a student, disciplined, dedicated, the first to arrive, the last to leave. She typed everything perfectly. Her notes were flawless, organized, complete, but nothing stayed in her mind. Information came and disappeared. She was fast, but she wasn't learning. One day, her professor said, "Use a pen." She resisted. It felt slow, outdated, inefficient. But she tried, and everything changed. She couldn't transcribe anymore. She had to choose. She had to think. She had to listen. She had to synthesize. And suddenly, the ideas stayed. Her grades rose. Her confidence returned. It wasn't more work. It was deeper work. She finally used her brain the way it was built to function. We live in a society that worships speed, fast typing, fast scrolling, fast consumption. But Shi Heng Yi teaches, anything done without presence becomes empty. Anything done too quickly loses its essence. Slowness is not weakness, it is mastery. Your brain was not designed for speed, it was designed for awareness. But people fall into traps. Trap 1, believing that speed equals intelligence. But the faster you type, the less you think. The easier it feels, the weaker the learning. Trap 2, believing they can multitask. On a laptop, distraction is one click away. Even if you don't open another tab, your mind knows it can, and that alone steals your focus. Trap 3, trusting the notes instead of trusting their mind. But notes stored externally are useless if the mind stored nothing internally, and the masters of creation know this. Richard Branson still fills notebooks. Bill Gates writes by hand during Think Weeks. J.K. Rowling outlined the entire Harry Potter universe with pen and paper. Not because it was trendy, but because the brain works differently when the hand moves. So what should you do? Slow down to speed up. Write only what matters. Let your brain engage with the information, not simply capture it. Make your notes visual. Arrows, circles, diagrams, messy connections. Your brain loves structure born from intention. Then rewrite a summary 24 hours later, not by copying, but by remembering. This strengthens neural pathways in a way no amount of typing ever could. My friend, if you want a stronger mind, deeper understanding, sharper intelligence, and greater mastery on your daily path to strength, then return to the tool your brain was built for. A simple pen, a simple page, a simple intention. Handwriting is not an old skill. It is a neurological advantage, a cognitive weapon, a path to mastery. Every stroke trains your awareness. Every letter deepens your focus. Every page rewires your brain. You want strength? Start with your mind. You want intelligence? Engage your hands. You want mastery? Choose presence over speed. And if you truly want to rise, pick up the pen. Your future self will thank you.